Welcome everybody. Thanks for joining us today. I am Go VR Go Home, and this is GVO After Dark, the once a month show where we talk about everything trains and the hobby. Mark is fist pumping. I know you can't see that, but that's okay. I'm going to do a quick shout to everybody who's watching, and while I do that, we're gonna visit the little island of Dave Co. And here we go. Bam. Okay, so while we're touring the island here, I want to say hey to everybody who's watching. We've got James and Bubs and Idaho Railfan, and we have, wow, this goes back. You guys have been here a while. Jeez. Okay. And we've got Railfan Man, Dennis. How's it going, Dennis? John, 2618, Split Rock, 323 or 323. Yeah, 323. Wow, it's early. And we have Rondons and so many more. Shay's End Scale. How's it going, Roy? How's it going, Roy? And yeah, lots of people joining us today. We already have 31 people joining us in wonderful Trainland here on YouTube. Robin, always a delight to have you stop by. Laura. How's it going, Laura? And I hope everybody's doing well on this Thursday of all Thursdays. Dwight in K-Town, how's it going? Before we get started, I just want to mention to you guys, you'll notice that there's some lovely patrons here that are in the chat, like Tim. They make it like that. Hey, Tim, how's it going? Who their name's Green. That means that they contribute to the channel. They're all members of the GVO crew. Hey, Justin, and basically they're on their way to winning some really cool prizes in just a couple of months. I'm about 135 subscribers away from my 2K, I guess, benchmark. I don't know what you'd call that. Either way, I'm going to be doing some giveaways, and they're going to win some exclusive stuff. Roy, thanks for joining. I appreciate it. I appreciate the support from everybody. That's all you guys. I'm going to be giving away some stuff in a couple of months, possibly. I don't know how long it's going to take to reach 2K, but it's honestly, it's been years to get this far. So, but I appreciate the support. We're going to come back here. We're going to come back to moi. We're going to say goodbye to Dave's layout. But instead of the layout, we're going to bring the man himself. Mr. Dave Cove.
Hey guys. Hey Chris,
Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, it wouldn't be a GVO without you.
That's true. Luckily, the two of us are the main cast.
Right.
You didn't let that other guy in, did you?
Not yet, but I'm about to.
Oh, rats. I mean, what? Come on in, Mark.
He puts the G in GVO. It's M&M Rails.
Nice.
Such a delight,
dude.
Such a delight.
It's about time. I've been waiting since 7:05 for this live show to start.
You're early. Super early. But we've got a great show planned for tonight with lots of discussion, lots of topics. And another one that I'm going to add to the lineup here is, that's right, my golden spike. Just finished the loop today. Feeling pretty good so far, but I still have a lot of rigorous testing to do. We'll talk about that all later. But in today's GVO After Dark, which is number 35, we've already done 34 of these. This is the 35th show.
Crazy.
Mark, you've been with us right from the beginning. What's going on in your head there? What are you done? Are you done with this?
Not yet. No, not yet. But it's funny. I just told my wife, like, because, like, your thing popped up and said number 35, and then I was doing the math, and I was like, wow, 3 years. 3 years of this.
Next
Flies
month
by.
is our season finale.
Yeah.
If we were Friends, like the show Friends, we're already friends, but if we were the show Friends, people would be freaking out right now.
You guys are
Season
friends?
finale. Oh man.
Oh,
But Dave,
how many
Dave,
episodes
you've
did
been
I
with
miss?
you joined halfway through, so you're,
I was kind of around at the beginning, and then I took off, and then I just couldn't stay away. You guys are just too enticing.
I think there wasn't an episode that we didn't mention your name still. So it was like you were here, right? We're like,
I was
we'll
there
get
in
him.
spirit.
We'll get him one day.
And then I
And
came
you
back,
did.
but I was different.
Much smaller for sure.
Had to go through my rebellious phase.
I've been there. Today in the GVO After Dark Season 3, Episode 11 show, we've got some news. We're not done with this whole KCS debacle. I'm going to use debacle because you're here, Dave. And we've got some new announcements from Athearn, Rapido, and Walthers. And we've got some new products in store from Rapido and Walthers. September in review, we're going to talk about all the fun that we've had this past month. And I'm going to talk about Keeping Track, which is a new show coming to my channel. The future of GVO and our Third Rail Thursdays. And then we've got a few other things. I know that both of these guys want to touch on some things. But if you don't already subscribe to Dave Co. or M&M Rails, don't forget to, because they put out some solid content. You've already seen Dave's layout. He's not even done. He's not half done. He's got lots more to do, and I can't wait to see what he does next. And Mark, look at that smile, that award-winning smile.
Gosh,
and then he smiles more when you mention it. And then he slightly turns red too. So
I can't help but notice, Mark, you've got a different venue tonight. I can't tell what time it is anymore. I was counting on that.
I know. I got things to show you tonight, so I thought I'd film for our broadcast from the train room instead of the
How is it that it's so such a nice day with nice fluffy clouds? I thought it was late. Like, it's dark here. I'm only an hour away.
What can I say? I bring the sunshine, baby.
I guess you could say you light up our lives.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Let's get right into this. I've got some news here. This will be for Roger Coleman. Thanks for joining us, Roger. In a midday press release, KCS said its board had determined CP's revised offer constituted a company superior proposal as defined in the agreement with CN. In March, CP and KCS announced a friendly $29 billion merger deal. KCS in May accepted CN's $33.6 billion unsolicited offer. Wish I had that kind of money. That's chump change to them, probably. CP didn't give up, though. They felt that the CN KCS merger could not gain regulatory approval as it raised competitive concerns. Canadian Pacific said it stands ready to execute a definite merger agreement after completing negotiations with KCS. This will create the first railroad linking Canada, the U.S., and Mexico. So that's we're going to stay on top of this one and see what happens. I'm pretty sure that CP will get the deal, but we're looking at like a 2-year ordeal of this going on. So it won't be the topic every month, but I'm going to give you guys updates as we go along as anything comes up, and we're going to follow this thing through. So in worst case scenario, we'll all have to switch to CP, and Dave will go to CN.
Fat chance.
It's been a busy month, you guys. You guys have been doing a lot of videos this month.
Yes,
it's hard to keep up.
I put more out than I thought I would because school's starting back up, but I found some free time, so it was nice.
Before we go too much further, there's been some pretty big news. I don't know if everyone else has seen this or not, but you all know Luke Talon, right? Everybody in the chat, you guys all know Luke Talon?
He sounds familiar.
Mm-hmm.
Big YouTube guy, very talented.
Big YouTube guy. Oh yeah, 1 million subscribers. Not that big.
Well, our own Dave Co of GVO After Dark actually co-starred in one of his videos this week. Take a look at that.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Bring up the clip.
Shout out to
Hey!
can you see that? Yeah.
Man, I gotta get out in the sun. I'm so like white. Maybe I wasn't feeling good that day either. I'm white as a ghost.
You look bagged.
Did you get plastered that day? But I want to thank Tim from the Make It That Way, or like that, for pointing that out to me. I had watched that video prior to that, and then he had sent me a message with that photo there, and I just had to share it with you guys because it was too good to not share that.
Chris
ignores
me.
It was perfect. So yeah, I've got some new announcements this month from Rapido. They had announced a new Bud Slumber Coach, and it's basically you get Amtrak Phase 1 or 3, and there's Baltimore and Ohio, Burlington Northern, CB&Q, NYC, and lots more to choose from. And the MSRP for those are about $140 each. Athearn announced, and this was an odd one. I had touched on this earlier on in the month. Athearn announced an SW, which is a switcher, the 1500.
Ooh,
they didn't announce any road names though, which is kind of weird. They're just like, yeah, we're doing this. Here's the tooling. No road names though. So we'll follow along and see what they end up coming up with. But you know that it's going to have LEDs and tsunami sound. There's no MSRP yet, no price on this thing, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be around the $250 for DC and $350 for DCC sound. That's standard for Athearn, right?
They already had a run of the SW1500s, I thought. In the ready to roll or ready to run? Maybe? I could be thinking of the 1200s.
I know that there's been some 1200s, and I think there was an 1100 as well. I might be wrong.
They're pretty popular, right? So I like the switchers.
Railfan Man, thank you so much for joining. And we've also got Walther's Mainline. Now, you guys know I love my Walthers. They are doing an 89-foot open bi-level auto rack. So that's your typical auto rack, 2 levels, but it doesn't have the side paneling to them. You'll be able to load it up with a nice set of cars, and you'll be able to see them as they're running around the layout.
Yeah, I saw those.
The turquoise is really nice. I really like that, like the bluish kind of turquoise that they do. So I forget what road name it is, but they have ATSF, B&O, AR, EL, AR, and NW, and there's going to be more. So that's fun. Then we've got some stuff that has just arrived in store, and I'm not counting the Rapido stuff that just hit the warehouse yesterday because technically it's not in store yet. But we've got the Walther's Mainline F40PH. I'm very happy about that because I am excited to get one of those potentially. Mark II, you want one, Mark?
Well, I missed the mail delivery by 1 hour. There's one waiting for me at the post office.
Well, hopefully we'll see a review some point this week or maybe next week.
Hopefully.
You can compare it right to Rapido and see, the difference between them. I know that they both have the lock sound. So just like many of the other newer Walther's Mainline locomotives, they do come with lock sound now. And I think this is the second run. We had talked about that. This is the second run where they've actually added sound to these F40s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And at a price point of $200 for a sound locomotive, pretty good. Pretty good.
Pretty good.
And of course, the Rapido B36-7. They received the SP's Conrail quality and HESF. There's more on the way, but you'll be able to get yours for only $335 for DCC sound. And the N-Scale Rapido FP9A. You can get a DC one for $140 or DCC sound for $235. Keeping in mind these are N-Scale. You can get the Zebra, the CN, the 1959 green and gold scheme, Via Rail, Agaloma, CP in the maroon, or CP in the Action red or Pac-Man with the 5-inch stripes, or an undecorated one. Yeah. Dave loves
Got
his
that on
CP.
deck. It's the best scheme. It's how can you like? It's just the best.
Now, usually they do this, and they normally offer it in both the 8-inch and the 5-inch stripes. Is there a huge difference there besides the size of the stripes, or what?
I do not know.
No, I believe it's referring to the stripes on the front. But yeah, no, that's a noodle. That's a noodle, Mark. Oh, he's right. Yes, CN. No CP.
Them are fighting words, Mark.
Terrible. Mark, you said that you had something that you needed to touch on today.
Yeah.
And it might be in conjunction to the video that you had posted about an hour or two ago.
Yeah. So now's a good time.
Yes. Do
I have the
you want to
floor.
go solo for this? I'm going solo.
No. Oh gosh. Okay.
Oh.
So our local hobby store, and Chris was there today. Actually, I guess they bought a.
Consignment.
Yes, thank you. Someone, I guess, got rid of all their stuff. So they had these River Rossi blue Via cars, and they had 8 of them, like very big train set. I'm trying to show you here. They're all taped together, so I just. So it has, like, the baggage, the mail, the coach, the diner, the observation car. I still have some that you gave me, Chris, or I bought off you, I forgot, years ago. So I have doubles now. So I was, very happy about it. I haven't opened them yet. But my question is, how many cars did River Rossi make? Like different ones. I have 8, and I'm just not sure if there are more out there. I can't find anything online about them at all. Like nothing.
River Rossi is a pretty old company. And yeah, that's tough.
So anyone out there in Chatland, do you know anything about it? Like, I'm assuming they made a bunch of coach cars with different numbers, but maybe not.
They do have they actually put some of the names on the side of those Via.
Yeah.
Like Moose, well, not Moose River. Moose River's an ONR one, but yeah, there was a few. So there's coaches, there's an observation coach, which is at the end with a dome. There should be an RPO. Did I say dome already?
So I'll tell you what I have, if you're interested.
Okay. Go ahead.
So I have a baggage. This says baggage/mail.
Yeah.
I apologize. They're still in the packages. Apologize.
Is the baggage mail car, is that a little bit shorter than your other cars?
Uh,
I can't remember if it's the mail car or if it's the mail RPO or something like that. That's usually shorter.
Same length. Then I have the duplex sleeper.
That's the one with the staggered windows, right?
Maybe. Other side, maybe. This one doesn't. This side, they're all the same level, but the other one might have it staggered.
Split Rock is correct. There's a full dome. So from one end to the other, I believe they call those super domes, where it's like the main car, but the dome goes from one end to the other end.
Oh yeah, Thomas is asking, do the Riverosity cars still have the truck amount of couplers? So Thomas, the neat thing is too, and again, I haven't opened these. They're not brand new. I think they just shrink wrapped them. But all the couplers were changed to, I want to say KD. I'm not sure. And I think these are, is it body mounted? Yeah, not truck mounted. So these are truck mounted. You can see them. I don't know if you can see it or not. So the couplers are on the actual trucks. Whoever owned these before, I think, attached the couplers like themselves, screwed them on. I might open up later on in the show and see. Dennis, thank you. I'll send you some pics. I can't find anything online. Like I looked. I may have spent an hour at work. Don't tell anyone, but I may have spent an hour at work trying to search up these things like eBay and the Riverosity website. I even text Bubs, who knows everything about everything, and I got nowhere.
The two things. Through the model trains launch open now. James Galton has a Via dummy in Riverosity that he's going to give you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, James and Drew. Open them now. Yeah, I might.
If you want, go ahead.
Well, I have 8 of them to open though.
Oh.
Okay, let me just
That's
continue
fine.
here first and show what I got. I'm not done yet. So I have the observation. It says observation, but
Is it end of car observation? Like there's only is it rounded off at one end?
it's saying this one's observation, the Mount Gordon. That looks coach to me though, no?
Some observation cars are considered coach cars.
Yeah.
Well, these guys know a lot.
Like
'Cause-
to me, this is observation here.
Yeah. Well, it's
That's
like a
the
dome
dome.
coach.
Anyway. So then, like I told you guys in text, I went down this rabbit hole because I was searching for things and I started getting into the history of things. And like this, I believe, is a Concours. Same kind of deal. A little heavier because the Riverosity are lightweight. But Concours, either someone added weights to these or, again, you gave me this. So Concours makes them as well.
Concours
I
rolls really well, by the way. I just want to throw
Yeah?
that in. Oh, yeah. They roll so well.
Okay.
That's not even sarcasm.
No. I think even, I mean, someone can correct me on this, but I think even Walther's once upon a time made some, maybe. I found images on Google. And of course, Rapido made a bunch of them too, but those are super hard to find. So yeah, I went down the, so then I found Rapido's manufacturer list, every product they've ever made since day one in HO scale. It was like over 5,000 products, and they have all these, blue cars. They have, I found, where is it here? 1 second. I think Justin or Dennis may have it, but this guy here in the blue scheme. Do you ever see that model?
The test model?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have it.
Yeah, okay. I thought I saw it somewhere. So lots of cool stuff. I just yeah. So then I went into the history. I went into the history of this train. Because again, you go to Via's website. Well, sorry, you go to Via's website and Wikipedia. No mention that Via ever ran these things. It says, like former cars that Via ran. No mention of it. So I was checking with Brandon Bubs, and he confirmed something that I kind of thought. CN and CP both had these kind of, these long cross-country trains. And the government in, I want to say 78 Via formed, I think. So then Via bought, I guess, painted them, the blue. And they became like Via CN or then just Via. But again, I can find photos on the internet, like real photos of these things. You know, they existed, but I can't find anything about the models. And I apologize, I missed some of the chat. My wife's saying people are leaving comments in the chat, so thank you. But I can't do both. I can't talk at the same time.
Split Rock said that the Concours ones are Fubies. Greg is here. Hey, Greg, how's it going? And Justin is looking for the Test LRC coaches, which are the all blue, just like those, but they have the little vias along the bottom there.
Oh.
Rapido? Yes, yeah, Rapido. I had one. I was only able to find one, and then
Really,
like a knob, I sold it. If you only have one, you know.
Then I was so excited. Well, frustrated and excited at the same time while at work. But so I saw Rapido's list, and they did make 2 passenger cars in the Grey Ghost scheme. But again, I've never ever seen a picture of it. But they did make it. And how many? I don't know. Who sold them? I don't know. But they're out there somewhere.
So you
apparently,
wait, did you not see them on Google?
No. Apparently, Bubs has seen them on someone's layout in a video in Montreal. So they exist, but I've never seen it. Because again, no one sells them, so they're not going to pop up on eBay. But yeah, I was on break, Greg.
He was working hard, and then he's like, VIA. So
pop quiz, kids.
The
smooth side.
That's how he gets his time.
So yeah, do you guys know? Because both CN and CP had, I call them like the cross country Canada trains. Do you know what they were called?
Are you talking about the Canadian?
So who owned the Canadian, CN or CP?
Technically, it was CP.
Very good. What was the CN one called?
The Noodle Scratcher?
It's a teacher in me. I was fascinated. I was reading all this stuff on Wikipedia and stuff.
What was the CN one called?
I think it was called a Super Continental.
Oh, that would explain why the Rapido named their cars Super Continentals. Ha!
Oh, Bob's saying CP and CN own the Super Continental. I thought it was just CN.
CN was the Transcontinental, says David Atkins.
Okay.
Thanks, David. Yeah, there's a lot of history there, even just in that, if we're talking cross-Canada trains. Heavyweight coaches.
Yeah, these are lightweight, but... And like, I don't know if you did this, Chris, but someone put... Let's see if I can open it up here. Someone put like these bolts in here.
Someone probably did that to add weight.
Yeah.
Or they just hot glued in or something?
Yeah. Or something. So I don't know. I might run them once and put them back in the box and then never see them again. It's more of a collector's item, but I just want to know if there's more to collect. Because, I want the whole collection. I want all the baseball cards.
I'm pretty sure there was between 7 and 9 cars, I want to say, but I don't know. They made like Split Rock said, there was a lot of Fubies, so it's hard to say, right?
It is, yeah, and you can't find. Well, I couldn't find concrete evidence online about these. Oh, there is more, eh, Dennis? Like I said, I'm assuming there's more coach cars with different numbers or different names on them.
I still say the Fubiest car that I have ever seen was a caboose. It was blue and yellow, and it had the Via Rail logo on the side. Do you remember that?
Yes.
I think it was a Tyco. I'm not sure, but a Via Rail caboose. You know that thing ain't real.
Yeah.
So
And that's why I asked you when you're at the hobby house, because again, it must have been the same person. They had all the River Rossi, the CN passenger trains.
Mhm.
So I'm like,
I saw those.
too?
Did you get those today?
No, I'm debating.
No. I mean those Via Rail ones. Did you get those today?
I got them like Tuesday.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say
My
that's
wife
probably
picked them up
why I
for
didn't
me.
see them there.
So we went. That's my dog, by the way. If you can hear him. Yeah. He wants to be a member too, Chris. How's he sign up?
Tell them to click the link that's in the description of the video.
So my wife and I went to the train store probably Saturday, and I saw them there, and I was like, I'm buying a locomotive, the Walters one. Well, oh my gosh. Gucci, stop smoking. See, I go Saturday, and I see it, and I'm like, oh, those are so nice. They look in really good condition, and have new couplers, and well, I'll think about it. So the store's closed Sunday and Monday, as you know. And so my wife, God bless her, she went to the store and got them for me. So that would be Tuesday. So I was there Saturday. That's why when he sent those pictures, I wasn't surprised to see all the stuff. But they must have acquired a big consignment, like you said there. What's the word I'm looking for when someone gives they buy a whole layout?
Like a lot.
Consignment. A lot.
I don't know. Buy a lot. Buy a collection. I don't know.
Maybe it's consignment. Anyway, there's a lot of stuff, a lot of good stuff there.
Estate sale.
That's it. Thank you, Dave. Estate.
I stole that from James. James in the chat, thanks. Oh, then there's Dennis, Brad.
Estate collection. Yes, it must have been a big estate collection because lots of River Rossi, lots of I think lots of cars that were like the couplers were all changed out. So, yeah, Tom says hoarder. That's what you mean now. I'm gonna buy this person's estate, become a hoarder.
Now, Dave, you also said that you had some stuff to touch on this month as well. But before you do, let's do our month in review because you did quite a bit this month, and I'm sure you can. We'll just take a minute and reflect on this awesome stuff that you did. So, first up, you did a video that was basically a layout tour from the train itself using a GoPro, correct?
Yeah. So I did that a long time ago. I hadn't seen it, or maybe I saw it somewhere years and years and years ago. So I did that on my layout before I sold everything years ago. And I love watching my old videos. I am my own biggest fan when it comes to my layout updates and stuff. I often go back and just rewatch it. So I saw it and I was like, that was cool. I never really finished that layout to follow along, and because my plan was, every step of the journey to do one of those videos, because you get to see all the details, but I never got there. So I saw it and I wanted to redo that. So I did, and I think it, oddly enough, it ran fine. Everything fit, like the GoPro fit through like the tunnel portal and everything without any issues. So that was really cool.
Which GoPro do you have?
I have a Chinese ripoff actually. I have a couple. I have like an Ekin, and then I've got like the Apex cams. I bought them for four-wheeling, and I taped a couple to my car back when I had my Lincoln. I tried to make like a really cool GoPro video with that, and I lost one of them because it turns out duct tape at, high speeds, as fast as the Lincoln, could go, don't mix. So I kind of gave up on that and stashed them away, but I still have them for, I guess, this now. But I don't find the quality very good. Obviously they're not official GoPros, so I don't tend to use them too much.
And on your Third Rail Thursday, Mr. Eminem there. He joined in with you, and you were building.
Oh, that debacle. Yeah, that feels
Yeah.
like a lifetime ago. Yeah, so Mark was nice enough to join me to take some of the pressure off because I built for a little trade and transfer, which I had on my old layout. And it turns out right off the bat, like literally step one, I went wrong. Like, I'm not even kidding. And I glued the two pieces correctly. And of course, I used super glue, not wood glue, which, everybody just loves telling me how wrong that is. And, for once, I kind of believe them because when I had to tear everything apart and redo it. But, it went well. It turned out great. And that was fantastic. And it was great to have Mark around. Um, really fun to, get together. We always have a blast when we're together.
Yeah, thanks for the invite, by the way.
Oh, you got an invite. Don't even. I was there. But obviously never any pressure. But no, it was a blast.
Now, we're going to do this one day where we're going to talk about the comparison of wood kits to plastic kits. And I know that you're going to have a really good opinion on this because you've done both. And, being able to paint and glue both kinds, which are basically, the two primary steps for putting them together. Definitely we're going to touch on that a bit more. And it's something that I'd like to explore, and maybe that would help people when it comes to building kits, what to get and what you use and all that fun stuff. But we'll touch on that at a later time. But you also had a video that you were doing some experiments with your track cleaning.
Yes, yeah, we did science with Dave, and that was a huge eye opener. So when I first, got the CMX car, I had issues with that lower turnout that was kind of hidden, and I ended up changing it. And even in my video, I was like, well, something melted, like the frog and the plastic, and you could see that. And it kind of stuck with me. And somebody had made a comment on my video, and I gave them a shout out on my science experiment video. I can't remember who it was, but it was one of those, you go onto the forums, and you check a couple different forums, and um, you get people who are like, oh yeah, 100% acetone or nail polish remover, that's just fine, just use that. I use that and I never have problems. And it's like, oh, okay. And I've been, using that to clean my track since forever because I just put it on a Q-tip. But I guess I got lucky because with the Q-tip, I only went along the railhead and I never really crossed over plastic. Well, with the CMX cleaning car, it just wipes everything and it melted the plastic in my turnouts. And I was so fortunate that I figured that out before bringing it over to your place, which we'll get to, but B, I saved myself $600 in turnouts. And I know that's a small layout, but like, whoa, yeah, Roy, like exactly. So I saved myself a lot of money, a lot of effort. Like I just I might have packed it in. That would have been a big oof. So luckily you donated the 91% isopropyl alcohol, which works fantastic.
The what?
I was going to ask you if you had a chance to do it over.
I did, yeah. So I had everything out, and I had everything out. So when I got home that day, I did my layout.
Mark, you were going to say something, and then I cut you off rudely.
I forget.
I think he was making fun of what I said. I don't know. What is it? I can't
ISO
read.
popsicle.
Anyway,
Isopropylalol.
But yeah, so that was a huge video because as I wouldn't call myself a beginner, but as an intermediate or a beginner in some areas, I guess you could say, when you rely on other people's information, it can go wrong really fast. And so the point of that video I wanted to get across is, just test. before you do anything. You want to run you want to run code 83 versus code 100. You want to run a certain brand. You want to clean the track a certain way. You want to wire it a certain way. There's tons of different things, endless opportunities, but just test first because it can go really bad really fast. I got really lucky.
Not just stuff like that, but when it comes to ballasting too, obviously you want to have a test track, test that out. If you're doing some greenery and whatnot, test it out. Just takes, just a 4x4 square piece of wood or something and glue a piece of scrap track down and, try a couple of things first. Don't need to make any expensive mistakes.
Yeah, absolutely. It, you get to the point where you think you just, not that you're invincible, but, this is just track cleaning. Like, yeah, this is easy.
What could go wrong?
What could go wrong? Well, I tell you, a lot. So that was an interesting video.
But last weekend, as you had mentioned, you actually came over here. You gave me a hand, and I really appreciate it.
I had a blast.
I don't know if I can. Can I do that? You guys can kind of see. I got Dave to wire up my whole yard here, and I got the switches there on the fascia, but you were able to add all the little LEDs and whatnot, the indicators for each track, so I know that like when I flick a switch, this track has power now. Perfect. And it works.
So yeah, nothing burned down.
It's still standing. It's great. I love it. But it's you did that, and I had worked on a lot of the top of this layout here, and we had a good day. We didn't film any of it because a lot of it was swearing.
I got a little bit. I got a couple action shots, which I'll be making a video shortly, maybe this weekend. With kind of it's going to be a layout update to talk about what I've done, and I'm going to include those shots. But you took a fantastic picture, and I stole it and put it on my Instagram because I'm greedy. But it was awesome. Is that what you're bringing up right now?
If I can, can't really see it, but
there you go. Yeah, look at how good the CP rail action red looks on that layout.
It's a picture that did really well. I can't help but
notice you needed it too. We can touch on that, and then we'll touch on the tools later. But I brought my locos over with my CMX cleaning car because I've got the capacitors, like the keep alives. Because and they came in so much handy because every time you hit, and that track, like, no offense, Chris, but oh my gosh, that was dirty track. It was filth, and it took.
Because I've been using one of these, the little erasers. There's literally nothing left of this one, but apparently these do more damage to your track than anything. So, if anything, you've fixed a lot, and even having it running around at the time, it was only point to point, but still getting as much done as you did, getting all those the mainline basically cleaned. It's helped a lot since, so it's really good. Still need more feeders though. But I was gonna say with capacitors and the keep alive, for something like that, for running a cleaning car, I'd almost have to say that's a must, because if you've got one in front, a locomotive pulling it, and even a locomotive pushing at the same time, the one in front's still going to hit dirty track, and then it's going to stop. So it's not really doing what it's supposed to be doing. So you should at least have two locomotives in your roster, one that can push and one that can pull. So one on either side of the cleaning car, that have the keep alive for that very reason. That's going to help a lot.
Yeah, I think you could push it with multiple locomotives, and that might help. The Bowsers do pretty well. I use all three just because if one does hit, it's not going to catch everything on the first swipe, so it's nice to have a backup engine where it pushes along. But without the current keepers or the keep alives, or I think these are current keepers because it's TCS, but without the capacitors, you're pushing a stalled locomotive, which is pretty heavy. So I tend to, almost agree with. I'd agree with you. It's a huge benefit. Huge benefit. You could probably get around it, but huge benefit. If you don't want to chase it around, right? If you don't want to chase the locomotives around, I think it's a must.
And also, if you don't want to stand there scrubbing a huge layout, depending on the size of it, like even yours, you've got a lot of track to it. Half of it, well, okay, I'm going to say a third of it. A third of it is basically you can't reach it unless you're underneath and you're like this.
Yeah.
And that's how you'd be cleaning it. Even that is, tedious work, but
I enjoyed doing the Q-tip
Yeah.
method. Oh, absolutely. You know what? I did. I put on some music and I just go around, and it worked. I mean, obviously I couldn't get under the layout, but it was just one of those tedious but relaxing, enjoyable tasks.
a lot of people say certain things like, oh, you've got a lot of patience if that's the kind of stuff that you do. But then when you look at it like that and it's sitting there with a Q-tip cleaning this, layout, I don't have the patience for that. It was so easy to put the little car on and have the locomotives doing their things, and it would just go around and clean the whole thing. It goes under your tunnels and over the bridges, and it makes real quick work of it. So it's something that I'll most likely invest in one myself down the road. But yeah, definitely. Mark, Mr. M&M Rails, you made quite a few videos this month as well. You've been getting involved a lot with the different challenges that a lot of fellow YouTubers have been posting.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about that? You're like, no, I don't.
Sure. Well, I mean, when Roy challenged me for the coal car, and I have no coal cars, so I'm not sure why he challenged me, but I had to go and buy some. So that was costly, but worth it. Worth it. Doing it for the community,
And on your Third Rail Thursday.
Yeah. Oh, let's clear something up, by the way, live here on air. See, ladies and gentlemen, off air, Chris and Dave were upset that I didn't invite them into my Third Rail Thursday last week.
I was betrayed.
Yeah, what the hell?
I felt betrayed.
Because, I was on Dave's show. I was on Chris's show. So they thought, in return, I'll invite them on my show. But the thing is, though, what they forgot, and most of you saw it, that long before that happened, I had them on my show first. Now, they didn't say very much. It was very quick. But the two of them were on my show. They're a little tongue-tied.
I remember a broken jaw.
On my show first.
Yeah.
I started the trend. They were on my show first. And that's a fact, Jack. So
he got us there. I thought he was gonna pull the whole Gucci is too much of a star. There's not enough room for the four of us. But you know what? He's right. He's right.
The truth is, I don't have StreamYard, and also I don't have StreamYard because this is serious now. I don't trust my phone, my Wi-Fi in the train room to have a good stream going. So that's why. Maybe I want. Speaking of which, I saw Thomas's Split Rocks live a while back. He did a contest, and he used the StreamYard feature, and it was really cool. Like he did hashtag, and then you just type in the word, and it picks up. There's no repeats. Very, very cool. So I'm thinking of doing that for Christmas because I like to do giveaways for at Christmas time because I'm in the giveaway spirit. So I might try that. Maybe I'll do a test run with you guys first, like in a private chat to see what the stream quality is. Because the quality is poor, then there's no point. And speaking of Split Rock, I just got an email from him about some Riverossi stuff. So Thomas, thank you for that.
Now, you've also been contacted by other people in regards to your Switch machines, your Walthers Switch machines, which you've managed to not only get to work, but through your DCC controller, you can throw those switches now.
Yeah, one of my followers, a subscriber, reached out to me, and he was in contact with Walthers back and forth trying to figure it out. So he contacted me and said, "Hey, do you want to know how to do it?" And I said, "Yeah, sure." So he walked me through it, and now I can switch my switches through my throttle, which is pretty cool. So I'm hoping to do a video. I don't want to say soon, but in the near future, there'll be a video on how to do that with Digitrax. I don't know about other systems, but.
And don't forget all your unboxings that you did this month. You did some unboxings as well. Some new train stuff, which is always fun.
Yeah, I love my my loco, LRC loco. Again, I fancy myself a collector now because I want these things that are rare. I was going through the repeal list, and Glenn Fraser popped up. I remember Brandon saying that he has one of those, and I clicked on it to see if I googled the image and like, it's pretty nice, pretty nice.
It is a nice looking car. I've often bugged him about it. He won't give it up though.
No, I know. Or the another rare one is the Via Switcher. I don't think it's Rapido, excuse me, but it's like I think Justin or Dennis have it. It's like a gray switcher with yellow V on it.
Yeah, it's an Athearn.
Okay.
There was actually a the Glenn Fraser that you're talking about there. One went for sale this past month. I want to say it was about 500. I might be wrong. God. But I think it was about either $400 or $500 for that car. And yeah. If anybody else saw that, but you remember the actual price, I might be highballing it there, but I'm pretty sure it was like $400 or $500. But yeah, if any of you seen that as well, let me know. For myself, I every month I do a new layout update, and September was no exception. I got a lot done, and I got even more done. I think I've been pushing myself these past 2 weeks, especially if you guys remember the thermometer, right? It's been filling up pretty quickly, and I know that my original due date for getting the mainline done was the 15th, but I actually managed to finish it today. And even though the glue is still kind of drying, there won't be a massive running of the train today. We'll do a little thing after, so stay tuned for the golden spike that we'll do shortly. But yeah, there's still because I have to install my switch machines into my level with the roadbed. Long story short, but basically I have to kind of do it as I'm laying the tracks. So that was kind of difficult, but I still have all the rods sticking up because I wanted to wait till the glue dried in order to snip those. So a train can't really go over it right now. So there's that. But yeah, Tim's got to go. The wife has a planned C-section tomorrow, so good luck, buddy.
Yeah,
good luck.
Yeah, even just the fact that it's a third child. But yeah, no, to you and your family, man, good luck, and also congratulations. Your congratulations. You'll get another one on Saturday. But yeah, take care of your family and be safe, be well.
So the trick is, I learned the trick, Chris, for to get more viewers, because 40 popped in the chat tonight. All you gotta do is put golden spike in the title. Boom. That's what I'm gonna do for my live show.
I think I'll be doing one of those every week now. I'll just add a new piece of track and be like, oh, golden spike. Oh, golden spike. But it's one of those things where I wanted to do a live to kind of commemorate that. But I think doing this live, because obviously I'd want someone there to kind of monitor the chat and whatnot, which I don't want to say, hey, I'm going to go live right now, do you guys want to jump on? Might as well make it a GVO thing, gold spike it, and why not, right? That way we can all share in the experience together, right? But yeah, the Helix I finished about a week and a half ago, and it just seems like whenever you get to a certain point, you start running out of things. I ran out of track at one point. I ran out of cork at one point. And then yesterday I ran out of rail joiners at one point. So, shout out to Otter Valley for sending me a box of track to keep the work going. I really appreciate you guys. And then I had to run, of course, down the highway there to grab some rail joiners today, just so that I can get things done for everyone for tonight, I should say. So, and then we've got the Sunday brunch killed bit. Sunday kit brunch.
Say that 5 times fast.
I can't do it. I can't even do it once. Sunday. No.
Sunday brunch kit build.
Yeah, there you go. One of those. So we've been doing those every Sunday, and I really like doing them. It helps me to get things done. Although I really should get back to my roots and start painting my models again, because I haven't done that in a while. So I've been focused too much on the layout. And as you guys know, when you get so close to that milestone, you're not thinking about anything else. You're like, I got to get this done. So that's all it's been past 2 weeks. So it's been nuts, but it is what it is. Dave, you said something about a tool?
Yes. So speaking of, you getting a bunch done, and as mentioned, I had come over last Saturday and helped do work on your layout, and it really made me think about how different you do things. How I had brought in my own soldering iron, but and my own solder, but like screwdrivers, wire, wire cutters, but wire strippers, things like that. You use slightly different terminal blocks than I do. You use different wire, you use different colors. And it was like a culture shock because, I've done mine. I have, my way of doing it. Not that that's the right way or the perfect way or anything like that. But you get so used to doing it that when I came over, it took me like an hour. Like I started, but then it took me a while to kind of be like, okay, like I got to do this and I got to do that, and I can't use mine. I didn't bring mine, so I got to use yours. And there was nothing wrong with yours, but mine's better. But I'm just kidding. But it's so different, and I thought that was really interesting because there's not necessarily, well, there is a wrong way, I guess. There is, if it doesn't work, that's wrong. But there, as discussed before, there are many different ways to do it, and many different tools and types of tools. And your wire stripper strips wires, my wire stripper strips wires, but mine's different.
Yours is just better. Mine, I kept apologizing the entire time.
It actually stopped working, and I used my teeth for most of them. So
are you serious?
I'm dead serious, actually. I didn't want to tell Chris because I didn't want him to feel bad. Dude, it wouldn't work, man.
You got to use your strong arm, Dave.
Oh my gosh.
But, nonetheless, it worked and it was fine. But it kind of goes to show for beginners, I remember when I was starting, not on my other layout, but when I was in my parents' basement, and you kind of you make do. And it worked. But, if I had sat down and went and got some sort of wire stripper, because back then I just used my teeth too. That's I don't have a wire stripper, and you can't, scissors or a knife, you're just gonna chop the wire. So you're just like, oh, whatever, like off you go. And it worked.
Oh, I don't know at all.
Let me put it this way: anyone can dig a hole with a shovel, but when you can dig it with a spoon, you're the real hero.
Yeah, so I think that's interesting, and it kind of goes to show, like, and we had discussed too, like you had mentioned how I think you asked me, like, oh, are you intimidated to work on my layout? And I was like, no, but it was a little weird because I was like, oh, I obviously don't want to screw anything up, but here I am like a fish out of water, like just flopping around, um, unfamiliar. But I may do, and everything worked. And obviously, you've gotten this far with those tools, and as I said, there's nothing wrong with them. But it'd be funny to watch you come here and make you use my tools. Make you paint a building with my limited. Like I have like 3 paintbrushes and like 5 colors of acrylic paint and like 5 spray paint cans. I don't even have gray. I don't have gray spray paint. I've been trying to pick some up. I keep forgetting every time I go to Canadian Tire. I'm like, okay, I gotta pick that up. I get there, I get what I need. I come home, I'm like, oh, I forgot the paint. But like, I'd love to see you just struggle, because you'd be
That's
like,
what-
Dave, or
That's
you'd
what I do
bring all
90% of the
yours.
time.
Yeah.
My whole life is a struggle. Who are we kidding? Come on. But yeah, I mean, like, when you have the right tool for the job, I mean, now I sound like a Rona commercial, right? But when you have the right job to do, or the right job, when you have the right tool for the job, then yeah, it makes things easier. I've just been, when it comes to things, like I used to use, I don't know if I have it anymore or where it is anyways, but I used to use clippers that weren't rail joiners to cut my rail. It's the kind of thing that would make a lot of people just very upset if they saw me cutting, track with non-track cutters. So, yeah, no, I know what you mean. But
one thing that was interesting is you gave me that like pen screwdriver, which I kept putting down and losing. And it worked fine, but compared to like, this is the set I use, and it's got 3 different sizes of Phillips in common. Yeah, like, where's mine? Mine's somewhere. I'm probably gonna like, oh yeah, right here. So this is the kind I have, right? So you just feed the wire in here. You can extend how much you want it, and then and it strips it, and it's done. Look at you go on. Show me how it's done. You do it? All right. You know what?
Well, see, I have the same thing that Chris has, but I find those are not good for like if I don't work on the Woodland Scenics Just Plug It lights wires.
Oh gosh,
yeah.
No. I have to use a knife and just kind of do one of those. No way.
I was so nervous. I was like sweating, and I couldn't grip the wire to pull them, and I was crying at one point. The tears just lubricated the wire even more. Yeah, like come on, like I got to give you credit, my dude, because you've made it this far with that. I mean, wow, it was difficult. Like come on, it's so small. It's so small that you put it down and it's gone.
So I use this to attach my switch machines. I use this for my little, what are they called again? My the things that you put the wires into, the bridging things.
Yeah, the terminal strips.
Terminal strips. There we go. I use it for my terminal strips. I throw it down the hall. My cat'll chase it. It's great. This thing does everything. So just in case you've ever wanted a little screwdriver that does everything. Nah. This one.
I was asking about your wire diagram, Dave. I think it was James. He said, post a diagram of your wire installation on Chris's layout. James, I just want to give a plug here. Dave has a great video. You have to go a couple years back though. I mean, it's super long and just teasing. But it's really good though. It's really well explained, and he has a little example on his like his desk or his table, and that's what I referred to doing my yard. And I had the same thing. Every track has separate power, so it was a good reference because I was joking it's long, but you go through it thoroughly and you explain it fairly well.
It is pretty long. I talk. It's funny when I got back into the hobby, I had to like re-reference it, and you start watching, like, okay, I'm ready, I got everything here, and you're like, Okay, Dave, shut up, man. Like, just show me how to, Dave. And you start skipping, and you're like, oh, I missed it. So now you got to go back, and you're like, oh, I went back too far. Like, where are you just gonna do it? Just tell me how to do it. Like, I don't care about that picture. But some people like it is. I did go through and try to explain everything and the reasoning and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
they were pretty. I put a lot of effort into those. They are good videos, and it's the same thing I used here. Exact same
Classic
method.
Dave. Classic
Dave.
Because again, as a
But it
teacher,
was-
you want to teach the students, excuse me, like you just want to show them how to do it. You want to explain why it happens. So once you understand how it works, it's so much easier to hook it up yourself.
Yeah.
So you did good.
Thanks. I think that's the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
I think that when you showed me how to do that, after I watched the video like 5-6 times, when you actually do it and it works, you feel like the smartest person in the world. You know what I mean? And it's something that a lot of people could do. It's probably basic electronics, to be honest with you. Like if you know a basic, if someone was to teach a class on basic electronics, that would probably be like day one stuff, right? I felt like that was like university level electronics to me. Like I should get a degree after this. Like, where's my diploma? My paying job, cap.
First of all,
and
Chris,
gown.
where's your picture, Chris? Get your crayon picture. I know it's around. I looked at it when I was there. I don't think it's super basic. Especially with LEDs and double pull, double throw switches and stuff. Like it's up there. And for somebody who's not familiar, it is super foreign. And I may be really good at wiring, but I'm not gonna lie to you. I tried mixing yellow and red to make orange at one point when I was painting. I got pink, and I don't understand. I'm not even exaggerating. I wish I was. Danielle was here, and I was like, babe, like it's. I put these two colors together, and it's not. I was painting the tunnel portal, and I wanted some orange to like warm it up, and it was like pink. I got like flesh color, like tan. That's as close as I could get, and I was like, forget it. Like this isn't working. But like to you guys, it may be like, oh my god, orange, like oh, or maybe you just go out and buy orange paint, But as I said, I have 5 acrylic colors, so you got to make things happen, because in my mind, it's like, oh, it's primary colors, then you make the secondary colors. That didn't happen. I struggled, okay? But to me, wiring's like, oh, that's easy. To you, painting is like, oh, Dave, you can't make orange. Like, go back to first grade, my guy. So I think that, you just gotta figure it out. And
to me, it's a lot easier to buy the primary color that you need and then either darken it or lighten it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Getting into that.
Yeah,
No.
Don't. The fact that I painted these myself is a miracle. Like, I don't even. Like in my videos, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna touch it up later. No, I'm not touching anything that's on that layout is done. All right, I don't hate painting, but it's so hard. It's so tough. All right, I really struggle.
It looks great though.
Thanks.
You didn't look like you struggled. It's not a struggle piece.
Oh, why do you think I don't paint on cam? I'll build a kit, but I won't paint.
Coming up next week on
Dave Bockel on this week's episode.
And yeah, so what was there more on the tool thing, or was that basically
no, that was it.
Just
that was
reaming me out for not having cool tools like you?
Yes, I was just tool shaming you, actually. Yes.
Tool shaming. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I want to show my tools now. Can I show my tools now?
Go ahead.
All right, let's go.
Okay. This is my knife. It's got rust on it. And the way it works is there's a little thing here. You just.
Are you sure it's just not dry blood or
Laura
what?
lets you have a knife? Is she still in chat? Like, we gotta make sure she knows about this.
And you press it out like this.
You better be wearing a helmet when you use that.
Yeah, put on your safety glasses.
I wear gloves, don't worry. There's a little mechanism here where you just Put it down, and it locks it in place. Super convenient.
Do you wear elbow pads when you use that, or what? Just in case, you know.
Well, yeah, of
Get
course
Get
I
the
do.
Velcro shoes out real quick.
Hazmat. He's got the whole like comes in, and then he
Yeah.
pulls at the.
Yeah, that works until he like cuts his suit open because he's cutting towards himself with like, and the blade's all the way out. Just
And then like the
instantly.
air pipe is like.
It like whips him in the face. He's like, Laura, Laura, help! Gucci comes in, just watches the whole thing.
I need an adult. I need an adult. We have fun here at GVO After Dark. That was fun. Yeah, let's do this golden spike. I want to get this thing done. Get this thing.
Golden spike. Golden spike.
Well, you know, it's like when you take a football that's gold and then, you know.
So you're gonna whip the can at the ground? I want to watch.
Yes. No.
What flavor is in the can?
It was
Open the
Alphagetti.
can.
Open the can.
The
Alphagetti.
can's already open. I didn't want to like spray paint a full can of something, so there's nothing in it.
If you would have
nothing
spiked
special
that on
about
the ground and then the Alphagetti came out and like wrote out trains, that would have been sick. You had the opportunity and you wasted it.
I don't. You can't do that kind of editing live. I don't know.
Not with that attitude, you can't.
Well, clearly I don't have the right tools for the job, now do I? Whoop.
Did you show the golden can on YouTube? I forget.
A couple of times. Yeah,
Okay.
I had mentioned it once or twice.
Okay.
So it might get a little loud, so you'll have to forgive me for that.
Chris, I should have programmed your locos while I was there.
They're not programmed?
You had multiple that were set to 0-3 on the track at the same time.
I have multiple trains are up there right now.
And you tease me because of this? You tease me because of this? And your locals are set number 3? Come on.
Put the knife down, Mark.
I'm sorry. Okay. Hold on.
Technical difficulties.
Sorry if it gets shaky, by the way.
Listen, can the camera even reach that high up?
No,
you're gonna hold
but
it?
I will do my best
There it
to make sure
Look at
that
Chris.
it does.
Yeah. That's when it's just out of reach. He's gonna be like, I can't get the train back on the track. I can almost reach. And then like he hits it and he's like, oh no, I can't. It like falls over. Oh, there's this thing. It like falls over and he's like, I can't get it. Oh, look at how clean that track must be for it to run that good.
Yeah, Chris, is your nose bleeding?
What?
Don't hit your head on the ceiling.
Yeah, right.
That's gonna be Mark. Oh, he has this duck under, and he hasn't put any like yellow tape, and I for sure thought I was gonna smoke it with my forehead.
Or my helmet.
And you're like 7 feet tall, so I mean you're definitely gonna hit it.
Looks good, Chris.
Yeah.
Almost there. Try not to laugh too hard, Dave.
Sorry.
Whoops.
Can I? Whoops.
No.
Woo!
Steven 87th says if Chris falls off that chair, the helix is toast.
Can I drop my controller?
That does look awesome. That's so sick.
So how are the other locomotives not moving if they're all set at number 3?
Not all of them are set. I think he took the other ones off the track when I was there.
Okay.
There we go. It was too noisy. But yeah, golden spike, golden soup can thing. Everyone's there because that's where it was. And we're all a little bit better for it.
So when
I
do we
know
have to see a full like run through from first level to third level?
Yeah, maybe on my third rail Thursday. I need like obviously a bit more time to work out the minutia of everything here, and
The what?
obviously with I don't know.
Is that a real word?
Yeah, a minutia. Yeah, look
That's
it
a
up.
dip, I think.
Are you gonna... He's looking it up.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Is debacle a real word? It obviously
First
is.
of all,
but...
it's Dave Bockel. All right.
Yeah, Bubs, where's the potash train? I want to see it make it up 2 inches of the helix. And then it's like, nope, not today. But yeah, so basically I've got a bit more that I need to do. Got to clip those, machines so that the throw bar is not getting in the way of the locomotive.
Yeah.
And I want to test out a bit more, but you cleaned most of my layout, so hopefully I can run top to bottom now and there's no issues. So
that's great.
Yeah.
So 3 weeks. We have to wait 3 weeks for a video.
Sorry, guys. I don't have the first week of the month. Dave does.
We can
I might do.
switch. Actually,
Well-
we can't switch.
No.
I gotta do. Actually, we cannot switch because after Thanksgiving, we're going live with a new system at work, and I have to do 12-hour overnight shifts, 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. for like a week, like
Ew.
6 days straight.
That's gross.
Yeah.
That doesn't even sound fun.
Well, the money is fun,
Well,
but when I'm dead inside, I can just buy myself more train stuff, so that's fine.
that's true.
I already
That's
have
true.
a bunch of stuff at OVR queued up in the cart. I just haven't pulled the trigger yet.
Look, Bubs is already planning his next visit. It's like, I'm on my way now. We'll be up all night.
Yeah.
We'll tell ghost stories, eat s'mores, and run trains. And in the morning, I'm making waffles.
Dave,
Yeah,
when you're at
very
work,
lots of
do you
people.
strip the wires with your teeth?
What?
Or when you're at work, do you strip wires with your teeth too?
I have done that, yes. I've done it. I don't typically have to because I do networking, so like Cat 5 and 6, I punch the wire in to like a Bix panel, but yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a good time. I'll you do what you got to do.
Yeah, no, it's true. That's true. Thanks again, Roger. Thanks for joining us. Stay tuned. Well, obviously, I'll run that train at some point, and I'm kind of looking into a camera system now for each level, so I can kind of switch between them all, so that it'll make live streaming and running trains that much more fun for you guys instead of just watching one camera or me carrying around a camera.
I had to walk like a kilometer just to make it to the other side of your layout. Like,
Jeez.
I actually think I lost like a couple pounds just moving. Not used to it. I stand in like one spot. Like, I literally just stand in the corner and I'm like, oh, the trains.
But along with that, there's a lot of stuff coming up in the next couple of months. And I just wanted to mention it so that everybody can, look forward to these things. I know whenever I hear announcements, I get all excited. So next month, as it stands, it's the season 3 finale. So basically, not only is it the season 3 finale, but it is also our Halloween special. And if you guys have been watching for the last 3 years, you'll know that Halloween's a very special time for us here. We like to dress up, make fun of each other, eat candy, and of course talk about trains and stuff. So it'll be a good time.
Can't wait.
However, this month, it's not going to be the last Thursday. It'll be on the Saturday, which is literally the day before Halloween. It's the 30th of October. So Saturday night. We won't be here on the Thursday, but we'll be here on the Saturday.
I can't wait for Chris's house to get egged live on the show.
It is what it is. I'll bring the TP.
It's gonna be really hard to stream from here and egg Chris's house at the same time, but I'll make it work.
I could totally see. We're outside of Chris's house now. I've got a fresh carton of eggs. Oh no, there's his wife. And it'll look like Blair Witch with you running. And then, yeah, that'll be funny. I have an overactive imagination. And then
hopefully I can make it that night because I'm a pretty popular guy. I'm gonna be invited to a lot of Halloween parties that night, so I'm hoping I can. They want to go. They want to go live Saturday night before Halloween, the 30th.
Are you literally asking your wife permission while we're live on air?
No, I'm inviting her to the party.
Oh, okay, yeah, she can come.
Okay.
So, oh yeah. Also, in November, first off, November 11th, as everybody knows, is Remembrance Day. And it is also going to be my week for the Third Rail Thursday. I didn't plan for that to happen, but it definitely did, and it definitely will. So I want to do a Remembrance Day special. I will have a special guest come by with some special trains, and it's going to be a day to remember. Can I say that? A day to remember? I mean, it's already a day to remember, but, well, you know what I mean.
I think so.
And then November 25th is the season 4 first episode.
Premiere.
Yeah, the premiere. There you go. Thank you.
Yeah.
Which is also the same day as our American Friends Thanksgiving, which, of course, you can't have Thanksgiving without a roast. So,
Oh yeah.
due to popular demand, we will be having our Thanksgiving GVO roast on episode 1 of season 4.
Chris, I have a question really quick about that.
Okay, go ahead, Dave.
Chris?
Yeah.
Thanks.
It's Mr. GVO.
Oh. Listen, you said I had to pick like one video, like we were gonna pick one video of each other's. So like I was gonna pick one of yours, one of Mark's. Mark was gonna pick one of mine, one of yours. You were gonna pick one of mine, one of Mark's. If I just like make one big comp of like both of your just the cringiest moments or like the worst moments, does that count?
I think I would love you forever if you did that. Yes.
Don't tempt me, because I'll do it.
It seems like a Mark thing. It seems like a Mark thing. I'm going to be like 110 right here with you right now. It's a Mark thing, but if you do it, whatever. All the more to you. And you can share that live with us.
Too much work. I can only take so much of you guys, Like, we do GVO After Dark, and I'm like, I'm done for another month. Like, thank God, I'm out. Can't even talk to you guys. I don't want to see you.
And now you have to go through all our videos to try and find some really cringy stuff, eh?
It's not hard to find.
Yeah, that's
Not hard to find at all.
And of course, as well, as I mentioned much earlier, and probably several other times before, but I want to let everybody know again, because it's getting closer and closer to the date. I am starting a new show, and it is called Keeping Track, and it will air before the season premiere of GVO After Dark. So GVO is always at 8 o'clock every Thursday, last Thursday of the month. So the Keeping Track will premiere November 25th at 7 a.m. So it'll be live. It'll be a live pre-recorded video. And yeah, we're gonna, on the first episode, I'll give you guys like the kind of in here. So I'm gonna do a segment on detailing your layout with mini prints figures and Grand Central Scenics. We're gonna go rail fanning, and we're doing a trip to Van Horn Hobby in Laval. So stay tuned for that, because it's going to be a awesome video, I hope. And if you guys enjoy it, then I'll keep doing them. And yeah, we'll see what happens from there. But that's going to air before the Thanksgiving roast on November 25th. And then December, which is only a couple of months away, December 23rd, which is a couple of nights before Christmas, was the GVO Before Christmas special. So
I don't think I'm gonna get any presents from Santa this year, guys.
probably
Just
not.
me, just putting that out there.
Well, it depends. We'll see how well the roast goes, and then we'll go from there. Yeah. We'll see if we're gonna need some coal for that fire or what.
Look,
But-
a coal would fit right in. So
I mean, you know.
jokes on Santa.
Yeah, right. But we've got a fun-filled year. Well, you know, it takes us to January, and then from January, whatever. I'll talk about January and December, whatever. I don't know. But I think things are going really well with GVO After Dark, and you guys seem to have fun. I have fun, and everyone likes to watch. We get lots of positive feedback, mostly about Mark's beard, which I think is odd. But hey, I mean, that's you guys watching. Whatever.
Odd.
Do you know how many fake accounts I had to make to send those comments in?
That's such a Dave thing too. Oh well.
I had to shave mine for a wedding, and it's just I'm trying. Like, no, see, I got it. It's not growing. Like, I don't know.
I know someone who's getting a chia for Christmas. Chia face.
Can it be Mark's face that I could chia it?
God, I hope they have one of those. That's the kind of thing that you can patent and sell, except for the fact that it has the Chia brand name. But if it was Mark, that'd be awesome. So
I'd buy my own entire stock. It wouldn't go anywhere.
And you guys seem to be enjoying the Third Rail Thursdays as well. He's dying a little bit. It's okay, Mark. Breathe, Mark.
I'm picturing what it would look like, the 3D print. Because I'm thinking I have a friend who makes 3D prints. I could maybe get him to make one. Just me.
Just like a bust of Mark, like from here up. Yeah. That'd be all right.
Yeah.
I'd put some of that stuff on your shoulders, and then it's like shoulder grass. I don't know. That'd be funny.
Out the nose.
Years. What do you guys think of the Third Rail Thursdays? Are you guys enjoying doing those and sharing those, and thoughts and?
Yeah. I mean, it's a debacle. It always is. I'm never truly prepared, but I have a blast doing them, and I think people love tuning in and watching me somehow nearly cut my finger off and glue things to my hand and dump. Just, it's a good time. Love it.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
Mark is a man of few, is a man of few words. Any questions?
I'm running out of steam. It's been an hour and a half.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Mark. I'm sorry.
Well, 2 hours and a half. I've been here since
the train has been running the whole time.
Yeah.
I keep thinking it derails, so I take my headset off, and it's fine. It's just my wife blasting TikToks upstairs.
All right. One last thing, unless you guys had other stuff, but I had one last thing. Big shout out. I want you guys to go check out a channel. His name is Brian Page. His channel's name is Brian Page Model Trains. And if you guys can throw up a link, I forgot to mention to you guys to find me that channel. But if you can find Brian Page Model Trains and throw the link into the chat there, it's an N scale layout, showing some love to the N scale. Really good channel. Oh, there you go. Yeah, see, even Roy knows. Well done video content and whatnot. If you guys haven't seen any of his videos yet, go check it out. That's basically that's my pick of the month. I usually always find one that I really like, and I think that you guys will enjoy Brian's channel. All right, GVO.
I love Brian's intros.
You like Brian's intros?
He's got funny intros.
The whole Matrix thing. Did you like that too?
Yeah,
I loved it. It was good. It was great.
yeah, it's good.
Do you guys have anything, Dave?
I don't think so.
Dig deep, Dave. What do you have coming up?
Ooh, layout update with featurette of. I actually took some footage of me working on the layout this time.
A featurette?
Yeah, is that not what it's called? I don't know.
I sure hope so.
Why are you laughing at me? Is that not what it's called?
I just find it funny. That's all. I don't know.
All right. Well, you know what? I'm not coming out with any videos just because of how Mark reacted there. I might
That's
actually
fair.
close my channel
Sorry.
down.
You said with a straight face.
Is that not like the because when you like put in like a VHS and it was like the little like that
Yeah.
wasn't that what it's called? It's like the featurettes. Like,
Okay.
I don't know. Anyways,
I apologize.
so I'll be adding that in. I've got some clips from running the trains on Chris's layout. And yeah, I'd like to continue working on the layout and making some little like ops videos and stuff like that. So, but in the near future, layout update for sure.
Cool.
And your next Third Rail Thursday is going to be on October. My calendar keeps disappearing.
7th.
I click it too often. Yes. So keeping in mind, everybody, there's no show next week, which is September 30th. It's a national holiday now. So respectively, we decided not to do a live show that night. So no worries there. But we will return on the Thursday, October the 7th on Dave's channel. Mark, do you have anything coming up? I know you're so busy with school and whatnot. And do we have anything to look forward to?
I do want to show off my new locomotive that I purchased from Walters. Sorry about that. And I'm going to hopefully open up all my new cars and get that running. So there's that.
Nice. I will most likely do a brand new layout update video. In typical fashion, I do it the first week of the new month. So look out for that. And I'll probably remind you in the video to watch for Dave and his orange cat. Which one's that again? O'Malley?
This is Headley or
Headley.
Cheddar.
Cheddar. I like Cheddar.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll probably remind you guys to watch Dave's channel for the Third Rail Thursday. Also, Grand Central Scenics, they're actually sending me another mystery box. So I'm going to do a mystery box unboxing video at some point whenever it does arrive. And then I will do, obviously, my Third Rail Thursdays in a few weeks, 3 weeks. But either way, I'll have my trains running around this thing and should be good. Should be good time. Should be good. Fingers crossed. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you to everybody who has joined the GVO crew and to my two co-hosts, Dave Co and Eminem Rails. Guys, it's been a slice. Thank you so much, everybody. Y'all have a good night. See you in rules.
The best.